overseas, musique, Meghan Markle's latest pictures of Kate, along with rumors that Harry's avaricious wife is uncomfortable, have given Catherine, Princess of Wales, the last laugh. Meghan crafted hello everybody a very warm welcome and a great big thank you to the subscribers of Kate Middleton and the Queen channel. Now, if there's one thing that Catherine, Princess of Wales, has certainly mastered, it has to be her listening face. In any given year she has to meet with thousands of people at official receptions, at walkabouts, she goes to preschool, she visits food banks, she hangs out with mothers groups, she goes to sporting events, and she probably even has to show her listening face while she's waiting in the self-service checkout line at her local Waitrose. But never, not once, has she been caught looking like she's feeling bored or she's been distracted. There's no debate whatsoever. I mean, the princess is a master of looking and being interested in other people. She is incredibly genuine, and on Tuesday we got another amazing round of Catherine's active listening photos as she was visiting a naval air base in her guise as a newbie Commodore-in-Chief Fleet Air Arm after she took over from the disgraced Duke Prince Andrew Foreign. We got to see some photos of Catherine listening while she was being shown some bit of an engine. We got to see Catherine listening well while she was looking at a model aircraft. Catherine is listening while wearing headphones. When I saw those photos, though, I thought to myself, I'm glad I'm not a working royal, because there's no way I could have faked being interested in all that. But Catherine did an amazing job. What's most fascinating isn't that Catherine seems genuinely interested in all of this, or that she fakes it so well. Rather, it's that overall, Catherine looks like she was having a great time. All you have to do is look at the shot of Catherine laughing while inflating a life jacket, the images that were a huge asset to newspaper editors. When Catherine is out and about in public, it's evident how at ease and content she seems to be embracing her new role. Following their lengthy conversation with her husband Prince William for their cousin-in-law Mike Tyndall's podcast, The Good, the Bad, and the Rugby, Catherine is going on a life jacket trip on Tuesday. Both Catherine and William were there as supporters of English and Welsh rugby, respectively. Throughout the entire 50 minutes, Catherine laughed and engaged in small talk. The episode also revealed some interesting information, such as the fact that Catherine had played beer pong before and that she enjoyed swimming in cold water. She even went so far as to say, personal preference, I love swimming in cold water, even to the point where it's crazy, it's raining, and I'll go seek out cold water because it was so relaxed and enjoyable. Just consider the comments made about Catherine a decade ago. People used to say that she was boring and uninteresting, and they would never have imagined that she could pull off something like this. However, now that she has truly grown into her role, it is a beautiful thing to see, and I understand. 10 years ago, Catherine was under a lot of pressure, and it took her a while to transition from this deer-in-headlights to a confident woman who knows what her job is. Today, a year after she became the Princess of Wales and significantly closer to the throne, Catherine has never made her work appear any easier or more enjoyable. Unfortunately, we cannot say the same for her evil greed. Amy, after joining Harry for the second half of the Invictus Games, Meghan spent the most of the previous week in Germany, relatively close to the UK. Perhaps Meghan was simply too near to Britain and too far away from Hollywood for her comfort. I don't know what it was, but she appeared to be a lot less comfortable than we've seen her in the past. The Telegraph's royal editor Victoria Ward, who was at the game, said of Meghan, she is not quite yet in her comfort zone like her husband. She claps enthusiastically and hands out medals with a megawatt smile, but is not quite so relaxed, so it looks like one royal daughter-in-law looks more in her element than ever, and she seems to be totally settled in her public role, and the other seems to be floundering. And I can't help but wonder if this discomfort is because Meghan has tried to be so many different things in the last 5 years alone. For example, at this time back in 2017, Meghan was only just making her public debut with Harry at the Toronto Invictus Games. Does seem crazy to think about, right? And in that relatively short span of time, since then, she has been a blogger, she's been an actress, she's been a working royal, an exiled royal, a podcast or a documentary maker, and also participant. She has been a charity founder, she has been an investor in an organic vegan latte business, as well as an impact partner, whatever that means, with the fintech asset manager ethic. Now, when it comes to her career, I'm not really sure whether this list reflects the amazing power of her energy and her courage to throw herself into new things, or if it just shows that she's ready to shed professional skins and move on to the next thing way too often, or maybe it demonstrates both. It is kind of looking like this jack-of-all-trades master-of-none approach is not working very well for Meghan or Harry. It looks like they're involved in way too many different things too fast and all at the same time, and so the end result is they don't succeed at anything. I mean, even if you're really good at a lot of different stuff, you cannot succeed if you keep on lurching from job to job. So if Meghan is feeling a little bit uncomfortable, no wonder there are so many things that Meghan started and simply didn't finish. Whatever happened to her 40 by 40 mentoring initiative, for example? It has mostly disappeared without a trace, similar to her activism in favor of paid parental leave or her participation in the movement to overturn Roe v. Wade. It's also important to keep in mind that Meghan is not very well liked in the United States, as people have come to know her better and dislike her more. Her most recent approval ratings are dismal and in the negative at this point. If we compare Catherine and Meghan, we see two very different women. Catherine has developed her image and role over the course of more than 10 years, while Meghan just rolls through life without ever succeeding in any endeavor. Take, for instance, the numerous glamorous ensembles Meghan chose to wear during this year's Invictus Games.